There's been a lot of fear and confusion and clutching of pearls about the AI industry and its effect on the voiceover industry. And while some of that is valid, I think a lot of it is overblown. And I actually did a whole video about that, which I'll link to later in the video. But what I want to talk about today is how you can be better than AI. So in this video, I want to show you how you can position yourself to be better than AI and have clients choose you over an AI voice. The first thing you can do right off the top is sound like yourself. Try not to sound like a voice actor. If you're just sounding natural and just like your real self, that alone is going to separate you from a lot of the AI slop that's out there. Treat every recording like you're talking to a friend or a colleague instead of, talking across the room to someone else. If you position yourself as just, the guy or girl next door, that's going to go a long way in separating yourself from AI. And if we haven't met yet, my name is Mike Hathcote. I'm a full-time voice actor, and I run the VoiceOver Blueprint training program and YouTube channel here, where our goal is to give you zero-cost info about how to become a voice actor and how to grow and sustain your business. And if you want to go a bit deeper into that topic, I host a weekly webinar on Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Absolutely free to join. I'll cover the steps to get into VO. You can ask me questions right there live on the call. And just for showing up, you'll get a copy of my book, The VoiceOver Blueprint, which is the downloadable PDF and the audiobook, plus 4 free gifts just for showing up. So once again, the webinar is completely free to join. Just sign up down there in the description and pin comment below, and I'll see you then. Okay, if you're worried about AI replacing you as a voice actor, it's probably because you're doing one of 3 things. The first is that you're competing on speed instead of value. AI is always going to be faster than us because you can just put your script in, hit enter, and it spits out the audio. But so if you're marketing yourself as, I can deliver very quickly, you're never going to be as quick as AI. So you're already losing that battle right out of the gate. The next way that you're competing against AI wrong is that you're making mistakes because, love it or hate it, AI makes mistakes very rarely, whether it be in audio quality or in just the reading of the script. It gets every word right usually. So if you're making mistakes in your recording or you have sloppy editing, that right there is going to hurt you as well. The last reason that you're competing against AI wrong is that if you're not emoting, and we've all heard those AI voices where, you can tell from a mile away that they're AI because they don't have those little humanisms that we all have in our real voices. So if your reads sound flat and kind of monotone and they don't have any kind of emotion in them, then they're going to sound like AI. And as a result, somebody's just going to be like, well, I'll just use AI because at least they'll get it right and it'll sound the same. But what I'm going to talk about next is where you do have an advantage over AI. And it isn't what most people think. You may not be able to beat AI as far as turnaround time, but you can beat it with clear communication, with fast replies to the client, and with very quick revisions. So, to avoid people wanting to make the switch from you to AI, anytime someone sends you a revision, they jump to the front of the line. I don't care if you're working on another big project or 3 or 4 projects later. What I do when someone sends me a revision, whether it be a mistake that I made or a mistake that they made, I drop everything I'm doing and I get right on that revision immediately and send it back. I don't want them to wait on the revision at all. So that's one thing you can do. The next thing is, even if you are very responsive, there is still something that will instantly disqualify you, and that is if you send audio with mistakes. Hopefully, any revisions they send you are going to be on them. So you need to double or even triple check all your recordings to make sure that you've, enunciated correctly and, performed or pronounced words correctly, and have gotten the script exactly the way they have it. So I've talked about on this channel before about the magic mic syndrome, which means that as soon as you sit down behind a microphone and hit record, something in your brain switches and you go into performance mode. And of course, performance mode is a killer. So in order to avoid that performance mode, slow down, take your time. That's going to reduce a lot of the mistakes you have right off the bat, and you'll be able to deliver a more professional sounding read. Okay, let's say you've got the accuracy down, you've got, you're responsive, but this next thing is really what's going to make you irreplaceable. And that is that AI can't think like you can. So a lot of clients want a collaborator. They want a partner. They don't want to just, put a script in and have it spit it out. So many times I work with clients, and if you go back into this channel, you'll see like where I've had a directed session where it's a back and forth. We're discussing the script as we record, changing things, suggestions and that kind of thing. AI can't do that. So be a partner, be a collaborator, offer suggestions because you're the professional. You do this every day. So they will rely on you for suggestions because maybe they're new to this. Maybe they've never worked with a voice actor. You being able to collaborate with them is going to make you so much more irreplaceable than some, plug and play AI voice. Here's something else you can do to make yourself more human. Do the springboard method. And I've got a whole video on that as well here on the channel you can check out. But the springboard method is where you sprinkle in a few lines and sentences before the script that you can just read to get your brain into conversation mode versus reading mode. The next thing is talk to one person. Picture a person in your head that's 6 inches in front of you that you're speaking to. It can be someone you know or just a generic face, but pretend like that's the person you're talking to. That right there will also very much help your reads and sound more natural. The next thing you can do to be human and better than AI is let in imperfection, meaning don't try to be so perfect. It's not about reading every single word, letter perfect and over-enunciating every word. Those little humanisms that we all have when we talk are what make the read sound more natural and will connect better to an audience. I've had countless customers who have kind of gone over to the dark side and tried AI and have come back, and they've told me why. And the reason why, in addition to the things that we've talked about, is that AI is too rigid. In other words, you can't give it direction. You can't say, emphasize this particular word here or put a little chuckle in there. You just can't do that with AI. And that's why they've come back to human. And we are going to go deeper into the AI threat and why you shouldn't be so worried about it in that Tuesday night webinar. So once again, if you haven't signed up for that free webinar, click that link down below and sign up for that, and I'll see you on Tuesday. So now I hope you can put some of these tips into practice and not try to compete with AI on, speed or price, but it's really about value. What are you getting across to the client, whether it be collaboration, quick turnaround time and responsiveness, humanisms in your recording. Those things all make a difference when you add them all up and will make you much more valuable to the client than some quick, cheap AI voice. Well, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. If you enjoy this kind of content, we'd love to have you here, so feel free to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. That's the best way to help our little channel here. And drop a comment if you have any other suggestions about how you can compete with AI. And I mentioned earlier about that whole video I did on AI and why you shouldn't be too worried about it. And you can check out that whole video by clicking on this right there.